There is greatness in you. There are new levels, gifts you haven't tapped into, books, songs, movies, ideas, creativity that are lying dormant. At the right time, they're going to come to life. When you feel that nudging, you hear that still small voice, dare to take that step of faith. Dare to go further than what's comfortable. Dare to say no to the fear and yes to what God is telling you. Press past the insecurity, all the negative thoughts, people trying to hold you back. You won't reach your highest potential by staying comfortable, knowing how it's all going to work out, having all the funds, everyone cheering you on. It's normal at times to feel unqualified, not able, afraid. Those emotions come to us all. But the people that step into their greatness do it afraid.
Things are going to happen in your life.
All of us have experienced some tragedy, and if we haven't, we will.
We all go through things that are unfair. It's easy to live with a victim mentality. We can't do anything great. Look at how we were raised. As long as you accept that you're a victim, you're going to get stuck. Don't let one bad break, one difficult season cause you to be sour.
You can permit it, let it hold you down, or you can decide, I'm not going to let that happen to me.
Don't lay there wallowing in your past, man. Your past is back there. You can stop complaining about life is unfair to me. No, it ain't. It's just life.
Life isn't fair. Life just is. So we can't even deal with what's fair.
But you have to go on.
As long as there's breath in your lungs, there's hope in your heart. Don't you dare quit. Don't give up. See the problem, identify the problem, then figure out the solution. Don't let the problem consume you.
It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it? I'm going to do something about this situation. Don't go around telling people what your story is. 80% don't care and 20% glad it's you. So I have to let that go.
Take full responsibility. Whatever you've reaped, it's your crop. Take responsibility. No complaint.
We have to make the choice. Are we going to live bitter, thinking we're a victim of our circumstances? Or are we going to believe that God is in control, that His plans for us are for good? That bad break is not how your story ends. That bad break wasn't fair. But what you can't see is it set you up for double. Don't allow that victim mentality to enter your thinking. I refuse to be a victim. I know God is still on the throne. What was meant for my harm, He's turning to my advantage. They tried to push me down, but I know God will lift me up. I wonder where you will be in 5 years if you will just keep refusing to be a victim. Not lose your passion because you're dealing with an illness. Not give up on a dream because a door closed. The scripture says, what God has purposed, who can annul? The only way it will stop you is if you start living like a victim.
There are many people who believe because of where they're born, because of where they find themselves, that's all they know. They just have enough energy to complain about it. They believe that that's equivalent to doing something about it, just complaining.
See, that'll ace your future. If you don't think it's bad, ask the children of Israel. Children of Israel were slaves. God performed a series of dazzling miracles and got them out.
The Bible says, and the whole congregation of the children of Israel complained.
From day one, they started to complain.
You're trying to kill us with hunger? We had pots of meat in Egypt. We was full with bread. If you was gonna kill us, why you ain't kill us in Egypt? Just stupidity. You're going to sit here and tell God, oh gosh, we could have died at the hands of the land of the Egyptians. And when we ate bread to the full, you were slaves. They only gave you food so you can be full and energized too to do their work.
I mean, they whined and cried for years. Finally, God said, I've had it, trip canceled. They died in the desert, never got to the promised land. Even God Himself can only take so much.
Some of you have come from generations of abuse, That victim mentality can be passed from generation to generation. It will continue to be passed down until someone rises up and puts an end to it. The Israelites had been in slavery for 10 generations. After 430 years, God delivered them from the Pharaoh. On the way to the promised land, they said to Moses, let's go back to Egypt. They were saying, we're okay with being a victim. It's significant that the parents and grandparents, they never made it into the promised land. It's because they never got rid of a victim mentality. No matter what's happened in your past, you're the generation that's going to set a new standard. No more, my family has always struggled. It's just who we are. See yourself differently. Have a new perspective. You've been raised up for such a time as this to take your family to a new level. Don't get stuck in the desert like the Israelites because you have a victim mentality. Be like their children. Break that cycle. Where will you be in 5 years if you'll start refusing to be the victim? Now do your part. Play the right role. Be the victor.
God sat there and took care of you for 40 years, and this is the kind of conversation you having with God. You're the one that decided to eat and drink whatever you want, when you want, then you got sick. Now all of a sudden you mad at God and the consequences that you brought about yourself. Now it's God's fault. You mad at your mama because she's not going to let you eat all the candy in the world. All you see is candy. You ain't thinking about your teeth. But everything that tastes good to you ain't good for you. Everything that's sweet to the taste ain't sweet to the soul.
Don't allow your emotions to control you. We are emotional, but you want to begin to discipline your emotion.
You have to budget your feelings. You have to control your feelings, because if you listen at your feelings, you'll make snap decisions that you later regret. It is impossible for you to not have offense. You might as well quit making it the achievement of your life to get everybody to like you. I don't care what you do, somebody's not going to like you.
You don't have to try to pay people back, convince them to change their mind. If you're consumed with what other people think, then you'll get distracted and miss your destiny.
And how we manage the offense determines the outcome of our lives.
Your job is not to change people's mind. Your job is to run your race. It's very freeing when you understand you have nothing to prove. If God is pleased with you, it doesn't really matter what other people think about you. Your time is too valuable to worry about what people think about you. But we've got to learn how to follow wisdom and not just follow our feelings around. If you allow yourself to just go around being upset, impatient, and stressed out, later on it's going to catch up to you. Don't get on board with your feelings. See, we cannot control every circumstance in life, but we can control how we respond to those circumstances. The closed door, the person that tried to make you look bad, God saw it. It was a part of His plan. And what you can't see is that bad break is leading you to a new level.
If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith.
Those times of hopelessness, those times when you look in the mirror and you feel like you're a failure. There's times when you feel like you just want to give up. But I promise you this, somehow, some way, it's going to be okay.
I'm up here to say thank you to God for giving me this ability, for blessing me, for shaping me, for chastising me, for teaching me, for punishing me, for allowing me to be a vessel and touch people around the world. So keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Without commitment, you'll never start, but more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. True desire in the heart for anything good is God's proof to you, sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. That itch that you have to be whatever it is you want to be, that itch, that desire for good is God's proof to you, sent already to indicate that it's yours. You already have it. Claim it. Understand this. Understand this also. You have these dreams. Dreams without goals remain dreams, just dreams, and ultimately fuel disappointment. Dreams without goals, yearly goals, life goals, daily goals, monthly goals, hourly goals, minute by minute goals. Dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. Goals on the road to achievement cannot be achieved without discipline and consistency. You understand? Between goals and achievement are discipline and consistency.
When we live a faith-driven life, I expand my vision of doing things beyond my comfort zone.
See, every time that something really happened to me in my life, I didn't know what was going to happen, and I just had to step out in faith. If I had to see everything before it happened, it never really happened.
Where you are is where you're supposed to be. And by moving forward, strength of your faith will unleash power of the Creator in your life.
Find some cause that you believe in. What is it that you would like to give the planet? What kind of legacy do I want to leave? What kind of statement do you want to make with your life? What 3 things you want said when you die? What contribution do you want to make? I don't know what you want to do. I don't know what you want to achieve with your life. Here's what I know about you. That you have greatness within you. That you have things and gifts and talents that you've been bestowed with. That as you work consciously to cultivate and bring them out and develop a sense of purpose in knowing that your life can make a difference, decide to make and leave a legacy with your life. I say to you that the planet will never be the same again because you showed up.
And the result of an event has no impact on you. Both ways you blissed out. You're a success. When the fruit of the action does not determine how you are, it's just that you do things because of the exuberance of what you do, then you are a success. The result may depend on variety of things. Results are not always yours. For any result to happen, whether it's in a game or in life situations, there are various factors involved. Not all of it is in our control. But what is in our control is either we did our best or we did not do our best. That's in our control. As long as we're doing that, and whatever the result may be, if you are still blissed out, that means you are a success because life cannot defeat you anymore.
Bit of a look at yourself and think about what's not so good, that you could improve, that you should improve by your own standards, and that you would improve, and
Hello guys, today our topic is take courage, strong your soul. A sunshine over a turbulent sky, and the quiet moments of down crunch starts within. Scenes of challenges and moments of doubt. Do you have a force storms and uncritically with relations and destinations. Imagine transaction to moment of perceptiveness and inner strength. Your journey is a transformation to the power within your soul. It's a sense of supportive friends, family and moderators offering acknowledgement, shadowing by love and support. You find the strength of overcome. The courage of within you will lace a spirit that cannot be broken. Stringeth your soul. It's your backbone through adventure. The finger walks forward, impaired by inner strength, accompanied by uplifting music. The script aims to inspire courage and fortitude, emphasizing the realization of the soul and the power within the overcome challenges. Is the most strongest of uncritically with relations and destinations. Transaction is to a moment of the providence in her.